Welcome to Seat of Wisdom Online Studies. I am Sir Prince Danso, your facilitator for today's lesson. The subject for today is English language. Yes, we want to take our time and have a fruitful discussion on some selected topics in English language. Our topic for today is simple sentences. Simple sentences. Under grammar, an aspect of English language. So we are doing grammar and our topic is simple sentences. I hope to go further to discuss with you what a subject and predicate are. What a subject and predicate are. I need your attention. Just give me your attention and let's continue from there. The first aspect of our lesson today is the definition of sentence. We have all heard sentences, sentence construction, sentence formation, what have you. But the question is, what comes to mind when you hear the word sentence or when you hear sentences? A sentence is a group of words arranged to make a complete sense. So when words are combined, are put together, words are arranged, and it communicates a complete sense or it makes a complete thought, we are talking of a sentence. Which means that not every word that are put together or words that are put together can be said of as a sentence unless it makes a meaning, unless there's understanding, unless you are able to fathom what the words arranged are trying to put across or convey to the listener. In simple terms, a sentence is a set of words that contain two things. So we have set of words that contain two things. The first aspect is a subject. When words are put together and the words contain a subject, we are gradually getting to a sentence formation. So when you see a sentence, you should be able to identify a subject. What then is a subject in a sentence? In short, what the sentence is about, what the sentence is all about, is the subject of a sentence. We will discuss the subject later on in our subsequent discussion, so let's proceed from here. But for now, a subject is what the sentence is about. The performer, the doer of an action in the sentence is the subject. Now, the second aspect you can talk of is the predicate. So, a predicate. What is a predicate? Predicate is what is said about the subject. What is said about the subject? Let's go back. We have said that a sentence is a group of words arranged to make a complete sense. So there are words that are put together to make or to create an understanding or to bring home an idea is what we call a sentence. And I went further to say that a sentence contains a subject and a predicate. Where subject means the doer or the performer of an action. In simple terms, what the sentence is all about. And predicate, as we have stated earlier on, is what is said about the subject. What is said about the subject. Now, let's look at examples on the board. The first example, Kofi speaks English. Kofi speaks English. Now, who is performing the action? It is Kofi. It is Kofi who is speaking, who is performing an action. So we say that the subject is Kofi. Kofi is what the sentence is about. So the main part of the sentence, speaks English, as underlined on the board, is talking about Kofi. By virtue of its position and its functioning as talking about Kofi, we can say that speaks English is the predicate of this sentence. I hope you understand. Speaks English is the predicate of this sentence. Example 2. Amma and Kofi fight when they are eating. So you see, who is performing the action here? With this sentence, two people are performing an action. Amma and Kofi. What are they doing? They fight when they are eating. So, those who are performing the action is Amma and Kofi. This brings them here. They are the subject of the sentence. And the remaining part, fight when they are eating, is the predicate. Is the predicate because it is talking about the subject. It is talking about the performer. It is talking about the doer here. And the doer here is Amma and Kofi. So when you separate the subject from the rest of the sentences, you will say that when you hold the head of the snake, what is left is just a tail. In the same respect, we are saying that when you take the subject away, the remaining part of the sentence is just the predicate. So now you have seen what a predicate is. Let's continue. Another example that I have on the board, example 3. The teacher is coming. The teacher is coming. I will ask you, who is coming? Who is coming? What do we say? The teacher. So now who is performing the action? The teacher. So the teacher becomes the subject of this sentence. Now take the subject out. The remaining part of the sentence is the predicate. Why do I say it's the predicate? Because it is talking about the teacher. It is talking about the subject, which is the teacher. Example 4 is, she is washing the car. She is washing the car. Now, who is washing the car? She. Okay? Now, she is the performer, the doer of the action. And what is the action here? Okay? The washing of the car is the action that is being performed. So, let's take away the subject, she. What is left is washing the car. Is washing the car becomes the predicate of the sentence. She is washing the car. She is washing the car. So don't forget, before I even give you a trial work, take note. A sentence expresses a complete thought. So when you put words together and there is no meaning, it doesn't make sense, then you have not constructed a sentence. For me to say your sentence is correct, I expect to see a sense in what you have written or constructed. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. A quick recap of what I have just stated. A sentence is a group of words arranged to make a complete thought. Like I said, a sentence should have a subject and a predicate. The subject is the doer of the action, and the predicate is the aspect of the sentence that speaks about the subject. Now you can try constructing your own sentences any way you want, but you make sure that identify the subject in each sentence you construct. Identify the predicate in each sentence that you construct. By so doing, I will be happy to know that you can now construct a simple sentence. I give you 10 minutes. Try forming just 5 sentences for me. Underline the subject and then the predicate. I'll come your way in a few minutes for us to look at examples of sentences, what simple sentence is all about, predicates, and subject in detail. Thank you. Hope to see you again. Welcome, my students.